What's going on, guys, and welcome to another custom diecast video. This video is about this Land Rover Series III pickup that I built. So this was for another head-to-head challenge, and the theme was to scratch build an engine. Here's the car that we started with, and I thought the best way to approach this would be to start by building the engine. So I used some styrene rod, some square stock, some round stock, some sheeting, and I started to piece together what I thought would look like a good engine shape. And I did use a little bit of aluminum wire here, but everything else was styrene. You can see I started mocking this up in the car. I had to cut a hole out of the bottom of the pickup to make this a mid-engine truck. And then I started to add some more pieces. So you can see here, I added some detail all around, but more importantly in the center, I stacked some different widths of styrene to give it those fins right in the middle. And you can see I bent and wrapped a piece around the front there for the belt, and I made a blower out of 2 cut pieces of U-channel styrene that I stuck together. And of course I had to put some baking soda and super glue on there and sand it all down smooth. And the next thing I did was I took a file to the body and just really roughed it up. The other part of this theme was to put this into a buzzard style vehicle from Mad Max. So you can see here there's a lot going on. The rusty spikes, crazy scavenged armor. That was the secondary theme. So let's take a look at some of the armor that I put on here. I started by roughing out some shapes with styrene stock, giving it an almost skeletal appearance here. For the front ram, I really wanted it to look like it was riveted on and bolted on here and there. So I took an awl and I pushed some holes into the styrene going across the hood there, and I cut some little rivets out of styrene. A similar technique that I did on my samurai car. If you want to go check that video out, I'll put a link here and there will be a card in the video. And something else I tried was this hole in the roof here. I drilled a couple holes and used some files to widen it, and then put some cross-hatched metal strips made from styrene over the top there with some more rivets, and I think it turned out pretty good. And in the back I added 2 exhaust pipes and a heavy bar going across the back doors. I also added some armor around the rear wheels, just in a kind of haphazard way, going for asymmetry, giving it that scavenged look. And then it was time for primer, and that's when everything really comes together. Here's the engine. And now I want to talk about the paint job. So really, like I said, the focus of this car was the engine, and I really wanted that to pop. So I gave it a red and silver paint job. I ended up putting a few lengths of wire that would be coming for spark plugs, and the rest of the truck got some different layers of black and rust colors and just some grime and some dirt to build up those layers of weathering and rust. But again, I didn't want to go too far overboard. You can see here from the top view, I didn't mention earlier, but actually to support the engine and to give it some more visual interest in the back of the truck, I added some styrene I-beams here, just to kind of flesh out some more detail inside. And that's the truck. I really had a good time making this one. I tried to pack as much detail as I could into it while still letting that engine shine. I think I pulled it off pretty well, and I've certainly never scratch built anything like this before. I'd like to thank you for subscribing and for watching the video, commenting down below, and I'll see you on the next build.